Guys, welcome back to Boxing Ringside, the channel on YouTube for boxing news and views. Please hit the subscribe button and like the video if you like what we do. We do try to get our news out to you as quickly as possible. When I've got it, you've got it, and that's how it works. Some sad news today. The very talented boxer Anthony Ogogo has officially retired from professional boxing, and albeit boxing in general for that matter. Unfortunately, Anthony was plagued with injury, and after his fight with Craig Cunningham, if you may remember, in 2016, he suffered a devastating injury to his eye, and he's never really recovered from that since. He has actually issued a statement. Now, this statement goes on for about 20 years. Now, I mean, obviously, the guy wanted to, you know, this is a big moment in anybody's life when they're taking the sport they love, when they're taking their hopes and dreams and calling the curtain down on them. Then obviously I understand he's issued a very, very long-winded statement. But obviously I haven't got all night, so I'm not going to go into the full statement. If you want to, I will leave a link in the description so you can read it for yourself. I'm sure if you Google it, you'll also be able to find it pretty easily. Now, Anthony Ogogo has accepted defeat in his bid to return to the ring and has retired from boxing. The 2012 bronze medalist has not fought since he was beaten by Craig Cunningham in 2016. He suffered a very serious eye injury in the fight, as I have alluded to. His first and only defeat as a professional, and since has undergone, get this, 7 different surgeries, but to no avail. In the statement, he said, accepting the end gracefully is part of being a professional athlete. Calling an end to dreams that are left as unfulfilled is the hardest part. Life is all about doing your best with the cards you've been dealt. That is what I have done time after time. Sadly, though, after 7 operations on my eyes in 2.5 years, I am forced to admit that they are too damaged for me to safely return to the boxing ring. Now, people may remember that Ogogo turned professional in 2013, but he didn't sign with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, or he didn't go with Frank Warren, as was probably the norm. I mean, he was around the same time for the Olympic stable as fighters like Anthony Joshua, but no, he didn't. He was signed by US promoters, Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. That was the potential of the man. That was how he was seen, how good he was seen to be. And it's so sad that he hasn't had the opportunity to fulfill that potential, because I think he would have done. I personally enjoyed watching him very much, and I think that the sky was the limit for the boy. But unfortunately, things are over now. You know, you can't cheat God. If this is what's in the stars, then this is what is written, and you have to toe the line and go along with it. He was very stylish. He was very charismatic. He did look set for a very bright career as a professional. But as I say, he was plagued by injury. He had 12 fights, 11 wins, and 1 defeat, obviously, from Craig Cunningham, which ended his career effectively. Poor guy was actually forced to remortgage his house at one point to finance his surgeries, some of which were in America, in Boston, if I'm right. He continued in his statement and said, "Today marks the end of my boxing journey. It's been one hell of a ride. From walking into the boxing gym as a skinny, gap-toothed 12-year-old to travelling the world and meeting some remarkable people. I'm grateful to have been blessed enough to do what I've loved to do for the last 18 years. This retirement statement and my life could now go one of 2 ways from here on out. I could be bitter, or I could be better. I could be bitter at having my career cut down whilst I'm in the prime of my life. A devastating succession of injuries prevented my professional career from taking off, and now I'll never get the chance to realise my true potential and show the world what I truly had in the locker. Plagued with thoughts of what I could have been are enough to make a man bitter, but I choose to be better. I can be a better person, learning from everything that I've been through. It's inspired me to be more humble, thoughtful, and an all-round stronger person. It's also made me realise I have the platform to encourage other fighters fighting their own battles to keep going. This will not define me. This will be the making of me." Some very wise words there. Listen, it's a sad, sad announcement. I'm sorry to have to bring it to you. But Anthony, we wish you all the best in your career. Hopefully you'll have a successful career going forward, probably in sports broadcasting or any other kind of ventures that you choose. Guys, this is Boxing Ringside. This is the latest news. When I get it, you get it. Hit the subscribe